Good evening, everyone. It is March 2nd, 2023. This is our 4 hour high time frame chart of the ES. You can see we have very much so found a bid. I was noting to some friends, and perhaps I said it on yesterday's video, I can't recall, but we have had lower lows and lower highs every single day this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all had lower highs, lower lows. We created a high on Monday, could not get on Tuesday, created a high on Tuesday, could not get on Wednesday, created a high on Wednesday, and finally on Thursday we've ripped it up. Now, not only is it the pivot zone that I've been talking about for a while now, it's also coming off of this January demand zone, if you want to call it that. Let's go to our weekly outlook chart where it's a little bit clearer. We can draw a box here if let's see if this works. Maybe it'll just make it as, yeah, it's going to make it as a channel. There we go, rectangle. I'm talking about this right here, this demand zone right here. So this you can think of as an auction, or you can think of it as accumulation or a demand zone, whatever you want to call it. There was clearly a large amount of churn here, and then a very vertical move up, which took us to 40.55-ish. Usually these demand zones go for roughly half the same amount, so you can see how much time it spent and then the ramp, and you can see today it took about half the amount of time, and we would expect it to get about half the amount of distance. So this, I believe, went up, 155 points, would be looking for about a 75 to 80 point ramp at least, and I think we're at 70. Yeah, there we go. So we're kind of nearing where I would expect the high of this push. To me, this is also just there were a couple things. One, you had one of the FOMC members, I believe, and I'm not sure if Bostic is even a voting member, whatever. Bostic talked about possibly lowering rate hikes. You're coming into this demand zone on the chart. To me, and all week we had those lower highs, lower lows. So, in other words, inventory was excessively short. Just aggressively short coming into this lower 3900 area, this 3900 to 3930 area I've been discussing for weeks. So once we got in there, it didn't take much to start getting this squeeze on inventory. Now, the other part signaling a possibly this just being a squeeze and the buying being somewhat artificial, if you want to call it that, is that the internals during this entire ramp, I think the highest they got were something like 300 on the advanced decline on the NICE. I'm just checking my charts now. At the close, roughly the highest it got, 313. At the close, we were trading around 200 stocks up on the day. 200 stocks up on the day. Yet, price made a significant move off the lows, whatever it was. I think the low today was 31ish. Made a 1.63% move upwards. So, to me, this looks like a short squeeze, and I don't really trust the buying that much, and I still don't have a problem being short going into tomorrow. Now, that leads us to tomorrow. What do we have? Friday, ISM news at 10 a.m. How am I looking to trade this? Pulling up our chart here. This is a 30-minute. Let's go down to a 5-minute. To the downside. I want to be long 48s. That's sort of the origin of this huge pop. It's where we have the auction point of control. I think structure-wise, what do we have down there? You've got last week's 95% value area low at 49.25. You have last month's low at 47.5, and you have today's POC at 46. So those are kind of the reference points around there. Kind of that, what could you call it? About 49-ish to 46-ish. Not only that, we also do have yesterday's kind of churn around 50, where we then ramped. So I'm kind of interested in this zone in general. Perhaps I should do this. Let's just copy this over, and you can see what kind of zone I'm looking at. I'm kind of looking at it like that, 50 to about 43, where our settlement lows are. So kind of these lows from yesterday on Wednesday to about the low of the day. And then we auction around there before getting that huge spike up and trapping all those shorts. Now, similarly, I would also like to be long at these balance highs. This has been a notable balance zone for a while now, since last Thursday, I believe. So similarly, here's the zone I'm interested in playing to the long side. If we do open below, I will instead be looking to get short around 76, but I think we will open above, so I'll be looking to get long somewhere around 75. And that's going to be after seeing us hold a bid at today's value area high. Essentially what I'm doing is saying, do we start entering yesterday's value and filling in the single prints down to about whatever it is, 54, I think, yeah, about 54ish, or do we hold value area high, hold this sort of this balance level here about 70ish, 72 to 78? Do we hold this balance level and then start rotating back up? So that's what I'm looking for. I do want to be short around 83. I'm going to have to find a better number on that overnight. So I'm going to keep this in white just so I don't forget tomorrow morning. And above there, I do want to be short 94s, and that'll be after seeing a tag of 97. So kind of this level here where we were auctioning, it was where our edge of the auction was. So if we do break today's high, tag that 97 number, and come down back below 94s, I'll be interested in shorting 94s for at least a move back into like the close or so, at least into the close, maybe even 83 quarter. Just that value area high from today's session. It's just the 87% value area high, that standard deviation 1.5 of value area. So maybe for getting into those mid 80s. Above there, I want to be short 4,000 half, just this main auction, and I do want to be short 97s after we get a tag of that auction point of control. Above there, awesome level at 06 quarter from, I believe that's last week's point of control. Worked really well on Monday, but with this sort of double toppy action, I'd like to see a run into Monday's value area high around 4,009, see what kind of reaction we get there, and then take 06's short for a move again down into this sort of 4,000 area, if not lower down. Above there, looking to get short 15s after a tag of this auction point of control at 20 half, looking to get short at 22s after we run Monday's high, and then looking to get short around this 40-30 area, which obviously has been the main level of interest, this 40-25 to 30 area, noting that yearly VWAPs have come down as well. So that's how I'm looking to play this stuff. Just getting long. Also at 32s, this was the level I had coming into today's RTH, so I'll be waiting for a run of the overnight session 25. Wait for a run of 25, get long 32s. So that's how I'll be looking to play this. Long 18, long 32 after a run of that overnight long low, long 48s, long 75s if we hold value area high from the session, and then short 83-ish. Short 94s after a tag of 97, short 97 after a tag of 4,000, short 4,000 half, short 06s after seeing Monday's value area high fail, and then these other look above and fails, and then shorts around 40-30s. So that's how I'm looking to play this. I think this is a shorter video, 8.5 minutes. Can't make a short video to save my life. Anyway, hope that helps. There likely will be an update to this posted pre-market to Twitter per usual. Hope it helps. Trade safe and have a great night.